There's so many things we can learn from nature, especially when it comes to animals. They have got extraordinary sensory powers, and the more we learn about those powers, the more we learn about ourselves and the world.
Jackie Higgins explores all of that and more in her new book. It's called Sentient: How Animals Illuminate the Wonder of Our Human Senses. And Jackie Higgins joins us live. Good morning.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Robin.
All right,
Good morning.
Let's look at some of these animals and what their amazing abilities are, and then we can talk about how it applies to humans. The first one I think we have is the trashline orb weaver spider.
So scientists studying this spider discovered that it had a rather unusual circadian body clock, which is the clock inside us that keeps us on time with the passing of the day and night. So I use this amazing creature to explore our sense of time, a sense that we're not aware that we have.
How about vampire bats? What did you learn about them that people might not know?
Apart from the fact that they are caring and sharing creatures, and they regurgitate blood to those who haven't flown, who've flown back on an empty stomach, they've got this incredible sense called thermoperception that enables them to sense such small degrees of heat change that they can find where your vein is pulsing just beneath your skin through the heat it releases.
Wow.
New Dracula senses.
What about the gray owl?
The grey owl was about our sense of hearing. That bird is extraordinary because it's able to do these extraordinary snow plunges, and it hears these little voles or mice beneath big mounds of snow 30 meters away. And I used this creature to explore our sense of hearing and an unknown aspect of our sense of hearing, which is two ears gives you a kind of geographic sense, how we hear our surroundings.
And the harlequin mantis shrimp?
Apart from having one of the fiercest aggressive temperaments, he's a brilliant puncher. He's got the most exceptional eyes and more photoreceptors or color sensors or light sensors in his eye or its eye than in ours. So I used the mantis shrimp, to discuss our sense of color, how we see rainbows.
So how does this all relate to human senses? You say, we hear about the five senses everyone has. You say that we have many more than that, and these animals are helping you figure that out?
Yes, well, Aristotle was mistaken when he only said there were five senses. Nowadays, scientists say upwards of 22, maybe as many as 33. So I only picked 12. And the reason I settled on these is because there's amazing stories within the animal kingdoms using these senses that reflect on us, because we share the same senses quite often. Take that vampire bat. David Julius, who just won the Nobel Prize for Physiology and Medicine at the University of California, San Francisco, this year, studied that bat and found the same molecules that are in this bat are those that are in our fingers that enable us to feel heat. Heat and pain. So throughout the animal kingdom, there are these striking parallels to us because we're animals.
Are there more, you think that animals develop these things that seem weird to us because they help them survive. Are there things, the weird senses that just some people have because of a fluke?
So I think that our senses become unusual when we don't have the normal array of senses. And say if you're born blind, like one of the men in my book, Eşref Armagun, who's a Turkish artist, he says he sees through his fingers. And he's a little bit he's a little bit like the star-nosed mole, that creature you showed a photograph of. He is able to see through his fingers. The part of our brain that's dedicated to sight, he's dedicated to touch. So his visual cortex has been taken over by touch. So people develop our brain doesn't lie dormant. It doesn't lie fallow. It's being used by our senses all the time.
Well, for more, you can follow Jackie Higgins on Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Jackie.
Thank you for having me. I loved it. Thank you.